Welcome back to another edition of Unsanctioned Fabrication. So today, as you guessed it, it's going to be a review on Thorogood boots. So I fell in love with these boots recently, and I really appreciate their style, I appreciate their durability, and just sheer utility of them. Now, Thorogood boots are going to be your mid-priced or cheaper American-made boots. So Redwing boots on average cost around $200 to $300 easily, but it's a quality boot. Now Thorogood, I actually picked all of these up for less than $200, and the cheapest one I got for $135 on a Black Friday sale. Now that is as cheap as it gets. That actually beats out China-made Timberlands. But my first one here was actually this, the mock toe, which is, I've never owned a mock toe before, but I figured it would be nice for a change, and I went with the wedge heel. The wedge heel, actually, I do appreciate. The wedge heel is actually, I appreciate it for not being sinking in soft dirt or actual grass. Anytime you're climbing, or you don't want to be able to puncture in, and it doesn't collect a lot of dirt and mud on the bottom. So the tread pattern is very gentle. No deep grooves, nothing like that. It has, obviously, you can see there's a minor change here right in the center. So you could still stand and climb, ladders, no problem, without slipping. It still has that little bit of bite. The polyurethane actually has a nice bounce to it. Overall construction on these are all the same. So they're all going to be bare bones, very durable, old-fashioned quality. And the leather is actually quite soft and very flexible, so don't expect stiff boots out of the box. Like I said, there's no mesh lining, no padding, no padded tongue. It's just a good, soft, very flexible piece of leather. The heel itself has a nice heavy-duty rawhide. I don't know if that's exactly it, but it's a leather heel in there, reinforced. The insole, they do have nice quality insoles, and of course, this one's a little dirty because it is an already used boot. But I figured I'd throw this in a rotation of review just because there's no other reviews that show all the boots together. So I would admit, Timberland Pros do have nicer, inserts. This one's not bad though, and the boot is very comfortable. So I can't say that it's not a nice boot. Let's move on to the next one. We'll try to keep this review short. So here's your standard steel toe. Nice traditional look. Yeah, nice clean lines, nice clean corners. It's the same material as the wedge heel, so it's that nice bounce to it. Very lightweight and very flexible. Tread pattern is a little more aggressive, but it still doesn't have that heavy waffle in it that will collect a lot of garbage and junk. And I do appreciate their little aggressive teeth here just for, climbing ladders, balancing on rebar, that type of thing. So this one does come in multiple different colors, so you could actually get the black sole, white sole. I believe it comes in 2 other colors in terms of leather, but this is the one I was able to get my hands on. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one yet, but I figured let's get it in, let's do a review, and we'll go from there. Now this one, same thing, same insole, just at their standard. It's called their shock absorbing insole. Good heavy overlap thumb loop. Nice, still good leather. Now, what I didn't understand was what was the difference between standard steel toe and what they called their emperor toe. So the emperor toe gives almost zero information online. So, of course, I ordered that one in, and this one is the one I scored online for $135 on Black Friday. And yeah, that was just a steal. But what makes this one different is that this one does come with a reinforced rubber sole. It is actually stitched, so you do have that mechanical bond also. With the same density polyurethane heel, you still get that bounce, but this is a very hard, very dense, but it still seems very resilient, hard bottom. Again, same construction. Heavy leather, thumb loop, all leather inside, so yeah, it's a very bare bones boots. But this one did have a different insole, and it does have a slightly different toe. And that's what this one does stand apart from. So they actually give you what's more like a memory foam insole. Not a fan of memory foam insoles. It's just not my style. I'd rather have something that bounces back rather than something to try to conform to my foot. But that's just my preference. But if you look at the toes, you can definitely see this one's a little more narrow, a little more tapered compared to this nice big boxy toe. Let's try these on and we'll see if there's a difference. Well, they both feel great. I wouldn't say one is actually a complete winner over the other. Now, I purchased both of these boots the exact same size I normally wear. When I purchased these at size 11, which I heard they actually run large, size 11, again, that's my gym shoe size. You want something that fits your foot nice, snug, comfortable. They were too big. So I actually returned them and got a 10.5. So this is a half size smaller than I normally wear. Now, when I buy steel toe boots, I actually buy 11.5 or 12s. Just because they're always tight, they're always narrow, and they're just uncomfortable. And I never want my toes rubbing on the steel toe itself. But these are both size 11 wide. My toes have complete clearance. I don't feel restricted, not even in the steel toe. This one, which seems a bit more narrow, my feet do not seem restricted at all. I don't feel the steel toe at all. Here, there is slight more room, but again, between the difference of the two, I think it's just the look you want, whether it's squared toe or more of your standard work boot. Either one will definitely look good. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the thumbs up, and I appreciate any of you guys that subscribe. Later.